Really quick, Rocco, before you start, I know I did this
Hmm.
with you like yesterday or the day before, I think.
Yeah.
Um, I'm recording on my end, so as soon as you need the Zoom file, just email me and let me know and I can send it on over. I'll also give you time keys in the chat. You've got 15 minutes for this interview. And you can start whenever you're ready.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Okay. Welcome to Grue, and thank you both so much for taking time and coming on. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of
thanks for
course.
having us.
Thanks.
Definitely, yes. So I guess the first question I want to start off asking, like right off the bat, is basically what inspired you both to want to make and create the film?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I Aurora Aurora had this idea originally. I don't come from a doc background, so this is an idea that Aurora brought. And then prior to our relationship, and then when we were dating, we had been dating for a while,
Hmm.
and Aurora brought this idea to me. And it's like, I really want to like witness this Black lesbian couple. And we were just like kind of riffing on it for a bit and just like why that was so important. And I thought it was very interesting that we were both in our this is the first time we both dated a Black queer woman.
Hmm.
Oh, wow.
So as and we saw around us that wasn't like very common. Like when we were looking for a couple, we were having a hard time finding um two Black women who were in love. So we were just kind of investigating why this is, and we are just like thinking about how like being in love with another Black woman is like being so in love with yourself first. So
Why is that?
you wanna
No, I'm curious. Why is that?
because I think to love another Black woman when society is telling you like do not love Black women is is like a radical acceptance of yourself.
Mm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
this good for you.
Yeah, yeah, I was
Yeah.
just curious.
Yeah, and that's how this came about. And so we went looking for people who were in love, Black women, and it was hard to find. But we came across Corinne and Tiana, and we just knew they were the right people.
Hmm.
And that's actually what I was going to ask next. Like, what, uh, about them did you love? Like, why did you pick them out of? I'm sure you had your eye on a bunch of different couples, and what stood out about them?
Yeah, I think well, they were actually the first couple that we had like a formal conversation with about the film. We were planning on speaking to a lot of couples, but after we met them, we knew, so we didn't have to keep searching. And I think it was something about just how like effusive they were about their love for one another. They
Mhm.
were just like so profoundly, madly in love. And it was the kind of love that was like so um kind of intense that they wanted to share it with other people too. And I think that really drew us to them. It was like they were so excited about the process. They felt like they saw a value in it for themselves, that they would get this incredible documentation of their relationship. And we also really loved, I mean, there's so much that I love about them now that we've been able to witness their partnership. But of course, we weren't like recording them 24/7 before we decided to make the film about them. So we really didn't know what the dynamic was like.
Yeah.
We only got the impression, we only knew what we were able to sort of perceive when we were all together. And I think what was so
Mhm.
apparent was their love was like palpable. Like they were just madly in love. And I loved that. And then I think after getting to witness their relationship, there's so much that I admire about them. Like I think they're very gentle, they're very
Mhm.
patient, they're very the way they approach conflict is with just like a lot of empathy and space and
Mhm.
understanding. And but they're also real people, you know, like I think that it was like both aspirational but also very grounded too, and I love that about them.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Definitely, definitely. Yeah. And what about you both? How did you both meet and you both make films, so I guess that was a big plus, right?
Yeah. Well, we actually met, shout out to the SF Film House residency. We were both residents there. And that's where we met.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
met in a film residency in San Francisco.
Mhm.
And so we did meet like in a film context. And I think
Yeah.
Nice.
one another was that we both love film.
Yeah.
Love
We both
film.
love film. I think we both were like in the beginning, it was like, just so you know, my first true love is film. And I was
So
like, all right, cool.
yeah, we both love film. So yeah.
Oh wow, that's cool. That's really awesome. I love that. And everyone wants to fall in love and be in a relationship, and not every relationship is perfect. I mean, everyone has fights, everyone has the ups and the downs, but it's the bond and the love that keeps everybody going. And
Yeah.
this film definitely shows that. Like, it definitely shows that they aren't perfect, that they are in love with one another, but there are the ups and downs and the joys and everything else. And what are your feelings about that, about how raw and how true the film is?
It's a great question.
I think that was definitely our intention, was to show a relationship that was dynamic. We
Mhm.
were not trying to just portray a couple that was in some way perfect. Like,
Yeah.
part of what made us want to make this film is because we've navigated a lot of difficult times in our relationship. And I think we were I think we were just wanting to see ourselves, even in our complexity, reflected in the world in this film. And so it was the hope that we would show conflict. It was like, we want to show
Mhm.
conflict, but we also want to show, like, I think what Corinne and Tiana do well is like also like repair and resolution, and that like um they're able to navigate these things. But I think it's partially like about the way that they come back together. That's really beautiful for me. But yeah, we weren't trying to raise them on a pedestal. Like, we really wanted I mean, that's not interesting. In fact, I will say that they're such an effusively in love couple that we had to cut out a lot of the love VW stuff. Like,
Yeah.
Oh
it
wow.
they would wake up in the morning and just be like, I love you, you're incredible, you are the sunset and the sunrise. Like, it was so beautiful that we were like, we gotta cut some of this out, because
Yeah.
people
I
aren't
can't believe us.
people aren't gonna believe us. They're gonna think this is fake, you know? So honestly, we probably turned up the dial on the conflict a little bit more than, I mean, no, it's all true. It's all true, but like
Mhm.
the proportion, they're madly love. So it's just,
Yeah.
really beautiful. I don't know, do you have thoughts on it?
Yeah, I mean, I think we went back and forth on like how we wanted to portray this. And I think we were like,
Yeah.
well, we want people to have a blueprint on how to navigate conflict. So there was a bunch of conflict in at first. And it was like, no, we want to just show a sweet, loving couple, so that there's a blueprint for that. And then it was like, no, we just need a human balance, like, conflict, love, and that felt natural. So yeah.
Yeah.
And how was everything filmed? Like, I mean, you recorded them, or they recorded themselves like 24/7. Like, how was everything filmed?
Yeah, so the audio in the film, we taught them how to use lav mics, these things called tentacle sinks. I don't know, maybe you've used them, they're amazing. We taught the
Oh
couple how to
no.
use tentacle sinks. Oh, you should look them up. And they're very easy to use, and so they would mic themselves up in the morning, they would wear the mic um all day whenever they were in their home, and then they would take them off at night. And so then we ended up having like a basically like 24/7 audio of their relationship for a month, which was incredible. I mean, it was surreal, honestly, to be present to another relationship like that. But then the visuals, we filmed after most of the audio had been recorded, and we shot that all on Super 16 film. I'm a cinematographer, so I shot the film. And we kind of always knew that we wanted it to be like these locked off, wide tableaus of them in these different rooms of their house. And the audio, the visuals, as you can tell in the film, they're not like, it's not like recreations. Like we weren't trying to literally like reenact what they were talking about, but it was definitely inspired by like what are their daily routines, and it's not a one-to-one thing, but it feels evocative of like the truth of their lives. Yeah.
Okay, okay. And the film was shown at the Sun Dance Film Festival. And how does it feel to be to be part of that? Because that's like probably one of the biggest film festivals in the whole entire world.
Really? I was kidding.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
we leave for Sundance tomorrow, so we don't know how it feels yet, but we're really excited. Yeah.
Yeah, no, we're stoked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like we couldn't ask for a better premiere, and like yeah, we just can't wait to bring some Black lesbian energy to Sundance.
Sorry, our cat is scratching our chair.
Okay.
We have a lot of cats and they're scratching the chair. I could the
Oh
chair
my
being
God.
scratched.
This is how lesbian people have kids.
Because
They're animals.
yes, yeah.
They're cats.
We have a lot of cats.
Off the record.
This is recorded, so everyone's gonna see it.
Yeah.
And I know we're coming up on the time. I always like to ask like a fun question. So if you two were going to do a karaoke song, what do you think you would sing?
Ooh.
Wait.
Oh my God.
Stick with you by the Pussycat Dolls.
Okay, we got two.
Uh-huh.
So don't cancel us. Metro Station, we found out we're both big fans of Metro Station, which is just like, if anybody knows what Metro Station is,
Right,
like
that hasn't been cool since 2009.
yeah, it was like Trace Cyrus like band for like a hot minute.
Shake it.
Shake
Yeah,
it.
so we'd probably sing that. But we also, but it's romantic, more romantic.
Yeah, Pussycat Dolls, Stick With You.
Yeah.
Stick
There you go.
Yeah. Bring it back.
I love it. And where can fans watch the film and follow you both at?
You could follow us at holdmeclosefilm.com, or what's the
Our
Instagram?
Instagram is Hold Me Close Film as well.
Mm-hmm.
The film, it will be playing, it'll be screening at Sundance this week. Our premiere is the morning of the 25th, I believe, at 11:30 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
But then you can also, for people who aren't at the festival, you can watch it virtually. There's still virtual, like online passes.
Mm-hmm.
And then eventually the film will be released, but that'll happen like online, but that'll happen after the whole festival life. So probably like in about a year, it'll be online.
Okay, sweet. Well, thank you both so much for taking time and doing this. It was really nice meeting you both in
likewise.
Yeah,
chat.
good to see you too, Rocco. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
All right.
Bye.